It's funny to think back on. I mean, a lot of my companies, I can think of a few off the top of my head where I remember the actual person's name that was the first customer. And not only do I remember their name because they were the first person who purchased it, but a lot of the times they essentially built the entire process. They're the person's name that was the first to do this. This is how I think we should execute it. And we did it this way with that first person. And, we're going to either change that or do it again. Everything's going to be compared to those first customers. And those first customers are what are going to, or who are going to teach you how to actually execute everything and navigate your new product, your new service, your new business that you've just sold. So, those stand out to me. I literally remember the names of the people who were the people who bought the first product or service when that miracle happened and somebody purchased it or somebody signed up to join the company and sign the actual contract. I remember those people's names, and it's not just because of that amazing moment where they did something pivotal for our business, which was validate something, but also because their name was used time and time again when building that first execution of that product or service. So that's just kind of interesting to think that I still do remember those people. And I think a lot of it is not just because, wow, that was the first person who ever bought it, that's going to stick in my head, but because after that, that was the first person who we are taking through the entire process. And that person was literally building the entire process. Now, they had no idea about that. On our end, that was the person that allowed us to actually start doing and start building and start documenting what we were doing and start actually having a plan to execute that product or service and deliver it to the clients.